Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Two Dimes and a Nickel. We are going to paint this lamp. I got this lamp from my daughter, and it doesn't quite go with what I want the room to look like. It's a little dark. I love the shape of it. I like the design. That's the shade I'm gonna go with. It's a little dark. I wanted to lighten up. I have the end tables are white, so I just think it's a little dark. It's just too dark, and I think the contrast would be nice, but it's not what I want. So I'm gonna paint it white, and I hope I'm not making a mistake. But the good thing about paint, you can always paint it a whole nother color if you mess up. I um I have some of the supplies that I need. I have little alcohol that's gonna help me clean up the finish to remove any dust. I have some paint. I always buy this paint. I love this paint. It's a base paint. It cost me like under $5. This is more than enough to do two lamps and probably a lot left over. I like it because it's nice and thick. I love the way it coats. I have a brush. I have a small brush to get into those little parts right there. I'm gonna do a little light sanding. I have some paper towels to help clean up the mess. I'm using an old sheet as my drop cloth. That's one thing you can do. Instead of spending money on drop cloth, if you have an old sheet that you can't donate, if you can donate it, donate it. If there's no rips or stains or something like that, donate it, because someone else could always use it. But this sheet had stains in it that, just wasn't worth giving to anybody else. You don't want to give people your junk, but this wasn't worth giving to anybody else. So we are going to use this as a drop cloth. Also, old shower curtains, old tablecloths make good drop cloths. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get into this video. Okay, now I'm just wiping it down with alcohol, removing all the dust and the dirt. You know, I use alcohol because alcohol dries fast. It doesn't really absorb into it. It does not mess up the finish. There we go. I could have used spray paint. If I'd used spray paint, I could have got this project done and over with. But because it's winter and it's very windy outside, and then I would have to be bothered with those fumes, and if I'd have done it inside in the garage, and I just didn't want to do that. Plus, painting relaxed me, so that's why I choose to use paint. To, use the paint in the jar and hand paint it. So that's why. So I'm going to give it a light sanding. So I'm not going to let you watch me sand, so I'll be back. As you can see, this was, I did a little sanding. This is not a wood. This is some kind of metal. So I kind of like took a little of the finish off, a little of the shine off is what I wanted so that the paint can adhere to it. So I'm just wiping it off, the excess off. And it's okay. And now I think I'm ready to paint. So here we go. So the first coat is going to be kind of like, gonna look a little sparse, but that's how it goes on. Okay, here it is with our first coat. We're gonna let that dry and we'll come back and apply our second coat. Okay, this is our second coat. I'm going to sand between coats, let this dry, and then I'm gonna sand and do a third coat. Okay, this is my third and final coat. I think it came out pretty good. It kind of reminds me of ceramic. It went from, I don't know, it just looked like ceramic to me. I'm very pleased with it. I'm going to put the shade on it and the finial on it and show you the complete lamp, and then I'll show you later on when I move into my new place what it looks like in the new room. You'll see that later when I do a home tour of the new place. So, yep, this is the lamp. Okay, here's our completed project. This is the lamp. Went from brown to white. I like it a lot. I think it's brighter, cleaner. It just fits my ideal of what I wanted the room to look like. It's not in the room that I intended. I'll show you that when I move into the new place. So stay tuned for those videos. Thank you for joining us. I love you guys. Bye.